All right, so we got some other news, of course. Taylor Heinicke will officially start for the Falcons. We will have Taylor Heinicke against...
You're not allowed to clap. You
Clap
stop
it
that,
up.
Lawrence Jackson. You're
Clap
not
it
allowed.
up.
The rest of us can clap.
I've been told y'all.
No, you're a Desmond Ridder supporter. You're a Desmond Ridder stan. You don't get to come on the Taylor Heinicke bandwagon. Not my Taylor Heinicke.
No. You got the bandwagon.
Thank you.
You got that.
You're not allowed. No,
I'm
you're
gonna
not
watch
allowed
from-
on.
I'm gonna watch
you
from
can
the
wave as we
sideline.
drive by you. I'm just saying.
I'm going to watch from the sidelines as Taylor Heinicke goes in there and lights up the Vikings and then the Cardinals next week. He's going to do it.
All jokes aside, Lawrence, because I know this is your team. What are your thoughts here?
Yeah, so it's this simple. Desmond Ridder's turning the ball over too much. And I don't even think it's the interceptions that bothered him, right? It's these fumbles. He fumbled 3 times against Tampa Bay. They still won the game. But the game shouldn't have been that close. He fumbled going into the end zone against the Commanders. Same deal. This time it was the ill-advised interception. So when you have all those and you win some, you lose some, but then Taylor Heinicke comes in the game, they didn't come back and get the win, but he threw for 178 yards in the half. Now, we've seen that Desmond Ridder could throw for 300 yards in a game. That's all fine and well. We've seen that he could make Kyle Pitts and Drake London fantasy relevant, but in real football, you can't turn the ball over like that. And I'll tell you this, too, about Ridder. The reason I wanted him to have a chance to play because from what I saw from him in college and in his first 4 starts, he didn't play scared. Yeah. He's lost a little some of that, and you could see it in the Tennessee Titan game, a game they should have won. So I think he lost a little confidence. Then you couple that with the boost of Taylor Heinicke. It's a move that has to be made. I feel like Arthur Smith don't even want to do it, but he knows he has to. He's stubborn enough to start Desmond Ridder this game, but it's like, man, after what he did, you have to play him.
The locker room.
Yeah,
yes.
I think it's good news.
That's the key.
I think it's good news for everyone in Atlanta just because it's different and it's changed. And what was happening wasn't working. They had a very inefficient offense, wasn't working across the board. And now they just have someone who's different, someone who has a track record of not good play, but at least competent enough play where I think he can support Kyle Pitts and Drake London when Drake London gets healthy. I think it's good for Bijan Robinson. Sneaky thing. Bijan Robinson played 50 or 68 snaps against the Titans. Tyler Algier only played 15. Cordell Patterson played 12, I think. That is a great sign for Bijan going forward. I think he will benefit from having a quarterback who's more willing to kind of space the floor and throw downfield. So I think it's trending up for the Falcons, who, by the way, have one of the 2 easiest schedules remaining in the NFL.
That's the thing. Taylor Heinicke has flaws, but he will be aggressive. He will push the ball down the field. I think this is good for us. I think this is exciting news if you have Drake London, and we'll see how he deals with the groin injury. We're tracking that. I don't think he's going to practice today. Hopefully he plays. But it's good news for Kyle Pitts. Bijan Robinson is more involved in their passing game, certainly a lot more than Algier or Patterson. So I think this is good news for the Falcons skill players that you care about. Heinicke gets you about what you get yardage-wise with the legs that Ridder does. He'll get you 20 yards, on the ground a game. He'll have a turnover or 2, but he's aggressive, and I think that's exciting. The other thing, and you mentioned this, Connor, you hinted at it too, if Arthur Smith didn't make this move, I think he loses the locker room, because I will tell you, especially as someone who's a Heinicke fan and knows him obviously from his days in Washington, people love him. He is a locker room guy, and he doesn't have the most physical skills, but he's a kid that gets the most out of what God has given him.
Yep.
Yeah, he's had a long road. He came from a spring league to
I
an
was about to say,
NFL tryout.
he's definitely mentally tough. He wasn't a high draft pick, and he's been on a bunch of teams in a bunch of leagues, like you mentioned. So, yeah,
he couldn't get a snap in the XFL.
Right.
He was a backup in the XFL who didn't get a snap.
Right.
So he's an incredible success story, and not for nothing, in the offseason, they signed him to a $20 million deal. The Falcons gave Heinicke real money for a backup. You know what I mean? So, anyway, I think this is good news, and I do think in deeper 2 quarterback leagues, I think Heinicke, again, to your point about the schedule, and he'll be aggressive, I think Heinicke's a viable, top 20 quarterback.
Yeah, it feels like Heinicke could be this era's Ryan Fitzpatrick. Truly, that's what he feels like.
Yeah,
He's
I can see
his
a little
long
bit.
road,
Yeah, it
he'll be
is.
a little
It's
bit
like
backup
magic
for
in him.
10
Yeah.
years. He's going to
It's like
play
that.
fearless. He plays fearless brand of
Right.
football. So
Fan favorite.
Exactly.
People love him. Locker rooms love him.
yeah, dude's dude.
Yeah. Hey, it's Matthew Berry from NBCSports.com and RotorWorld.com, and I want to thank you so much for watching whatever it is you just watched, or if nothing else, being too lazy to click out of the autoplay after this video started, after whatever it is you actually wanted to watch finished. But now that you're here, I'd like to take a moment here to ask you respectfully now, okay? I'm asking you respectfully to subscribe to the NFL on NBC YouTube channel. You'll get the latest Roto-World fantasy news headlines, all sorts of great shows, including my own Fantasy Football Happy Hour. So go subscribe now. Again, I'm asking respectfully.